Next topic is first information report. When a crime is committed, the aggrieved person should go to the police station of the area where the crime has taken place and lodge a written complaint. So when a crime is being committed, the person who had suffered, he or she should go to the nearest police station where he or she can lodge an written complaint, which is known as FIR, that is the first information report. Remember the full form of FIR. The police get to hear about a crime for the first time through an FIR, so it is called the first information report. So why FIR is known as the first information report? Because the police himself or herself get to know about the crime for the first time. That's why it is known as first information report. The police can only initiate action after an FIR has been lodged. So the police can only take action when an FIR is lodged against any person who had committed crime. There are two kinds of offenses: cognizable and non-cognizable. Cognizable offense are those where the police are authorized to begin investigation on their own after an FIR has been lodged. So what does the term cognizable offense means? It means the police itself will lead will lead to start investigation on their own after an FIR is lodged. They can even arrest a criminal if necessary and do not need a warrant, which is the court written permission. So they do not need any warrant which is given by the court. Okay, so in the cognizable offense, the police itself can start investigation once an FIR is lodged and there is no requirement of warrant. Cognizable offense are mainly criminal cases such as theft, robbery, murder. So these are the cases which come under the cognizable offense. A non-cognizable offense is one in which the police cannot register an FIR, investigate or arrest without a warrant, that is order from the court. So in the non-cognizable cases or offenses, police cannot start investigation of their own, okay, after the registration of FIR, and they cannot even arrest any person without the warrant which is given by the court. So this is the difference between cognizable offense and non-cognizable offense. Example of non-cognizable offense are the public nuisance, public mischief, and so on. They are comparatively less serious in nature. So why non-cognizable offense does not require any warrant? Because they are not you can say less serious in nature as compared to the cognizable offense. Next topic is procedure of filling an FIR. So what are the procedure or process to fill up an FIR? We have seen that the FIR is very important document. Let us understand the correct procedure to file an FIR and how the police begin investigation after an FIR has been lodged. So now we will discuss one by one detail or the process of filling an FIR. To report a crime, a person has to go to the nearest police station and meet the officer in charge to lodge an FIR. So the person, they have to go to the nearest police station and they have to meet the office in charge of that police station to lodge an FIR. If the head of the police station is not available, the officer holding the highest rank should write down the written complaint. So if the officer in charge is not present in the FIR, then the highest rank officer will write down the complaint. The complaint narrates the incident of the crime with every detail. So the complaint, whatever the person is lodging an FIR, every incident will be written in detail. He or she provide correct information about the location of the crime as well as about his or her name, own name and address. So they will explain the situation and the location where this crime had taken place, and even they will give their respective name and their address. Lodging an incorrect FIR is a crime and a person can be prosecuted for it. So if a person is doing mischief, or if they are trying to lodge an FIR which is incorrect, for that also they will be punished by the uh, Indian Constitution. Once the police officer write down the FIR, he or she has to read it out to the complaint. So once the police officer write the FIR, the officer himself or herself will read out the complaint. Then the complaint has to be signed. Then the complaint will be signed by the person who had lodged an FIR and the uh, officer in charge who have written the complaint. The complaint has the right to ask for copy of the FIR. So the person who had complained, they can even ask a copy of an FIR, because this is their basic rights. If a person wants to file an FIR, it is a duty of the police to do so. So if a person wants to file an FIR regarding any crime, it is a duty of the police to lodge an FIR. Refusal to file an FIR is illegal, and a complaint can send a report in writing to the superintendent of the police informing him about the refusal of a file and FIR by a particular police station. So if any officer who is trying to refuse to lodge an FIR, that is also illegal in our India, and the person who is complaining, he or she can directly send a written letter to the superintendent of police informing him or her about the refusal, that that particular officer is not filing an FIR, okay, and which police station that particular officer belongs. So this is the whole process of lodging an FIR.